Good afternoon, East Texas Cigar Tribe. Welcome to the special edition of $2 Tuesday. What we got going today is we're doing $2 Tuesday, but we're going to compare a few cigars. We're going to compare some sticks. So, once again, we talked the other day up at Tobacco Junction. But whether you're buying at Tobacco Junction or whether you're buying at Tobacco Barn here in East Texas, that's kind of our two predominant ones. There's a couple of other humidors that are coming up. There's some other places to buy cigars, but all the cigars we're buying, we're trying to keep them in the $2 range. So they're $2 and some change plus, or, you know, one of these is like a $3 stick. It was $3.01 or $3.02, which I don't know why somebody would do that. If we're being brutally honest and I'm merchandising for you, I'm not putting a stick at $3.01. I don't care if it's dead cost. That's going to be a loss leader. I'm going to price it at $2.99 because $2.99 looks better. You know what I mean?
I do.
So that's kind of what I would have done. But there's a $3.01 stick in here, and there's also a stick that is a. So there's one of these, the Dark Hours by. Who is this? This is. I don't know. So
Some guy named David.
I know, right?
No, I don't know.
So this is the Dark Hour, and it's right. This is David's stick. It's Cigar International house brand, I think. No one's ever said that, but as you're starting to look and looking at what they're doing, kind of looks like their house brand. So this stick, they try to say it's got a higher MSRP, but the truth is I've smoked multiples, and I've never paid more than a couple of bucks a stick for them. And so it's going in here, even though if you look at the MSRP, maybe it's more, but I don't think you'll ever pay full MSRP for these sticks. I think you're always going to pay in the $2 to $2.75 a piece range. So I threw those in here as well.
All right. Cool.
And hey, Luke, look that up for me, man. I can't remember who does this stick. This is the only lot I've bought of these. The Dark Hour. It's somebody's name. I can't remember. I should know, but the truth is, I don't remember. Okay, so we've got some sticks here. So we're gonna do comparisons. We got the M1, which is one of mine that I go to every day. We got the MCs, which I've never tried. Have you tried the MC?
Yeah, I have.
I thought you had. So I knew you bought those occasionally. We also have two sticks unbanded. So these are
Mystery sticks.
dude, they're totally mystery sticks. They were in a acrylic humidor at Tobacco Junction, and they were like, I don't know, man. What's that company that's like not Panama Jack, but Trader Joe's?
Trader Joe.
Trader Joe.
Yeah.
This might be like a Trader Joe special. So there's two different color sticks here.
Yeah.
Because frankly, I'm not a huge sweet stick smoker, but he is.
Mm-hmm.
So one of these is a sweet stick, and one of these is more of a natural stick. And so we're going to let him smoke the sweet one. I'm going to smoke the other. Let's start with these.
Let's do it. We
Now,
have no idea what they are.
We have no idea,
Let's
but
go there first. You know?
I think they're going to be the worst. So see that? I've already made a snap decision. Why? Because it has no band. This could well be the best. So smell these two sticks and tell me which one you think it is.
Which one I think's best?
No, which one you think is aromatic.
This one.
I think you're probably right. Let me smell that one.
But they've also been in the same bag too, so it's.
I don't know, man.
They're pretty similar. I mean, it's
I
kind
think
of
you're right, though.
I think I'm right.
So here's the deal.
I got a 50-50
He just brought up
chance.
you do have 50% chance. You brought up a deal. They're both in the same bag. They're
Yeah.
picking up the same
Yeah.
scent. So I don't know what y'all are doing out there because I'm not that guy. However, I put these sticks in one of my Tupperdoors. So I got two big humidors, I got a smaller humidor, and I got two Tupperdoors. The Tupperdoors, I put any sticks that are coming in that either come in bulk and I haven't divvied them out to what I want to do because I've got my little system just like we all do. So I put sticks in my Tupperdoor. However, I stuck these in one of those Tupperdoors with sticks, and when I went back and opened it up, oh my God, everything smelled like this. So I'm hoping that I didn't ruin some sticks. And granted, they were in there for a day or two, so probably not. And thank God I kept them in the cellophane, which, you know, this is an animal. I don't know if you knew this. This is animal based.
No,
This plastic, it's not really plastic. Cellophane is an animal based product, so this is fully breathable. That's why I leave them in it. But quite frankly, a lot of guys take them out.
I had
This is
no
one
idea.
time I was glad that I didn't take
Yeah,
it
no
out.
doubt. Yeah.
All right, let's do a cut and a light. I'm gonna cut. Here we go.
And I like this new
Let's cut in your.
deep cut you got going here.
Okay. You want to try it?
Yeah, I'm gonna borrow that.
Go ahead. So
Let's see.
you've got the divot in, and you just basically put it to put it till it's buried in there,
It's
and
in
you
there.
push. There you go. That's what you do.
Wow.
So there it is.
Cool.
So some people don't like the mouthfeel, the way that they.
Really?
I guess they get tonguey with it. I don't really get that tonguey with mine. So I don't know, dude. Who knows? So right off the bat, this stick won't draw. Right off the bat.
It's not lit.
Go ahead.
I'm
All right.
joking.
It ain't lit. Maybe I should light the other end. So you get sweetness off of that one?
Yep.
No question.
Very sweet.
Mine's sweet too.
Very sweet.
So these are two sweet sticks. I didn't think this one was, but there's no question that either it has been fouled by keeping it in the same bag with that stick,
Find out.
or it was a sweet stick too.
Find out.
But I'm tasting it.
It's windy. I'm gonna borrow your torch.
I'm tasting sweetness right off the bat. Now I'm trying to draw to see what I'm getting, and it's drawing, but it's pretty tight draw. So here we go.
Yeah, borrow your torch.
Okay, so what do you think?
I don't
know
hate
you
it.
just lit it. You like it? You
Yeah.
don't hate it?
I don't hate it.
I'm thinking these were under $2. Garrett, if you're out there, if you see this, post down, man, how much were these cigars? Garrett at Tobacco Junction
Man,
said,
these might be
man,
like-
as long as you're doing it. He
Yeah.
reached for that, and I didn't have the heart to tell him, do not touch that humidor with a picture of a dude in a Panama hat on it. But guess what? He wasn't wrong. These aren't bad.
No, they're not.
Not
They're
bad
good.
at all.
They're good.
There you go. Good job.
I like it. I like it fine. You don't know, man. For all you know, this was like a really expensive cigar. You don't know. There's nothing on it. How do you know?
You don't know.
You don't
It could
know.
be a second from somebody. It could have been somebody's stick that usually has a band on it that's, who knows? Who knows where they come from? Because, frankly, I know there's some people that are rolling cigars on their own, but a lot of these, there are multiple big factories that are making cigars for a lot of different folks.
So I like the wrapper on it. I like the wrapper on it.
So, believe it or not, I'm still tasting sweetness, like off the wrap, but I'm not getting sweetness off my smoke.
Let me see.
I'm getting no pepper. I can still taste the sweetness, like I just bit into a piece of, like I bit into a piece of candied fruit.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch on yours?
Yeah, getting butterscotch.
So yours, I think, one of these, Garrett told me, was like sweetened rum dipped, and the other one was something else.
that would be the butterscotch flavor to me.
There you go.
Yeah. And I may be off with butterscotch, but that's what came to mind. You know, they want to.
So I met a guy at the cigar deal. Met two guys, Adam and Alan. And Alan, both guys real knowledgeable about cigars. Adam and Alan at Tobacco Junction, smoked with them the other day. Both super nice guys. But with that said, Alan, if you're out there, this guy's got a palate. So he can tell you, he had there was a rep come in from a cigar company, and and they rolled up. I think they rolled up a binder, they rolled up a wrapper, they rolled up some filler, and had you smoke each individual one and then smoke them together.
Yeah.
And everybody's smoking them, and he sat back and gave, well, this is so and so from this region, blah blah blah, and this is this flavor combo would yield, and everybody gave him grief. And the rep went, dude, he's absolutely right.
Wow.
And so when we were talking, there were sticks that he was telling me about. He has a he's not a chef for a living, but he's he's a hobbyist chef, I guess, or something. If I'm wrong, if you're a professional chef, sorry, Alan, but he's got a very refined palate.
That's a lot of
So
skill.
some of the flavor that I was tasting, he was explaining, well, this is why you call it this and somebody else would call it
Right.
that. So a lot of these sticks I smoke, I don't get coffee off of them, even though some professionals told me that it's coffee. So Alan told me that there's that coffee and cocoa are so close in the flavor profile, they're easy to get.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
depending on, it's subjective. So because of my palate and my
Right.
background, a lot of the times, and I'm a coffee guy, but a lot of the times I'm saying it's cocoa, it could well be that somebody else is getting coffee. Pretty interesting
Makes
guy though.
sense.
He's on this group.
Well, I gotta be honest. I really like this cigar.
I do too. I'd smoke this.
I would too.
not put this cigar out.
No, that's what I was thinking. I hate to waste it.
The sweetness that I'm getting off the wrap, where this might have been in something, might have been dipped in something, could I live without it? I could. It's not what I usually do, but it's not off-putting. This is very surprising. So I'm going to set this over here, and hopefully it doesn't go out.
Yeah.
Let's get another one. So y'all are going to might be pissed. The truth is, even if we blow through all these sticks, we haven't blown through much, but the whole point is to compare them side by side. So, okay, so we're gonna move
What's
to, we're gonna save these two sticks that are supposed to be, did you figure out who these are? Bob something, what's the name of them?
I didn't see Bob.
Okay, so
It's loading.
he's having an issue. Our
This is
producer
John
is,
Bull.
what?
John Bull.
John Bull, our producer, is trying to look this up for us. Thanks, buddy. So, y'all didn't know that we have a producer. I know it looks like this is low tech, and it is low tech, but the fact is, usually it's on the fly. There's very little editing going on, but we still got a producer. All right.
Yeah, that's
So,
John Bull.
all right. Thank you, sir. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
We're gonna smoke this next.
So John Bull.
John Bull. So
The Dark Hour.
They have a John Bull that's a Connecticut. Other way. There you go, buddy. So this one is a darker. I think this is a Cameroon wrap, maybe, as I recall. But they've got a shade wrap. And this is obviously not a shade wrap. Whoa! What happened there?
User error.
User error.
Story of my life.
It's a good draw. I like it. Doesn't look like much.
It says they're handmade in the Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic stick.
Cool.
So Dominican Republic, supposedly, from what I've read from other folks that are in the know, I didn't find this out. This is total conjecture. However, what I've found is that these are kind of,
This draws really well.
it does, doesn't it?
Man,
This
it's
is
almost
kind
like
of a CI stick.
It's.
Cigar International
I
stick.
feel like I've got a snorkel.
I
We
love
both
it.
snorkel and dive. Feels like drawing through a snorkel, man. It's that much air coming through it.
All right.
I mean, you could literally breathe upside down with this.
So these have been in the humidor for 3 months, for clarity. So I've had them sitting at the house for 3 months. What'd
What
she
was
say?
that?
She said,
We were interrupted. What was that? What? Okay.
We
She's
have a
talking
dog
about
out
our
here.
dog.
She's out here.
Where is my dog? Come here.
Dude, she has
Right
a
here.
tendency to jump up and want to smoke a cigar.
She's very brutal.
She's a brutal dog. Try not to give her secondhand
Right.
smoke.
Yeah, we don't want
Poor little
all you
baby.
PETA fools calling us.
I know.
Okay. Now you meant Daisy. That was just a bonus. We're not even charging you for that. What do you
All
think
right.
about this?
I wanted you to know what it, because the truth is I've smoked these before.
I'll be honest with you. I don't care a lot for it.
I got to be honest with you, I hate this stick.
Yeah.
This is one of the only
I'm trying to
sticks
be
that
kind.
I've thrown away.
Yeah.
And I had them, and these were the last two I think I had in the humidor. And I was reading. I was like, man, why this had great write up, blah blah blah. And I was trying to do research of maybe I got some bad ones. And I had somebody on one of the clubs, either Cigar Cartel or one of these Misfits. Maybe one of the Misfits said, hey, that's actually a house brand. But one of the guys that I met, so I started doing research. I'm like, okay, so this is actually a cheap bulk stick from one of those guys.
Well, you know what? I finally found it, because until now I couldn't name a cigar that I hated until this one.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan. I'm done now.
I've had them where they burned. You know, it could be humidification, could be who knows what. I've had burn issues with them. The flavor is just not there.
Nothing.
It's just not interesting to me. I've had one that just almost, after I've checked it, and it's a good solid, 66, 67 RH stick, and still it tries to.
It's just a miss.
Oh, dude, it's a full
bad
miss.
miss.
So you know what? I hate that.
Yeah.
See ya.
So, what was that?
And dude, and so here's the deal. Subjective.
Yeah.
I try to
You may love it.
So there may be somebody out there that's their big deal. So if I just pissed you off, I didn't mean to. But the fact is, I'm sure that you got some smoke that that you hate that I may love. And the fact is, that's what this is all about.
Had to go back to this no name
to get
that
it
out.
off of that.
Yeah.
So, and we were talking the other day, so Alan said, hey, he said, hey man, what flavors do you like? And I started going through and going, hey, this is what I smoke in the morning, and this is what I smoke at my lunch smoke. And he said, no, dude, not what smokes. What flavors do you like?
Yeah.
Are you a chocoholic? Are you a savory guy?
Yeah.
Do you like, what is, if you had the perfect evening with food, what would that look like? And so, and what he was trying to do is trying to match me with a stick that matched my flavor profile.
Okay.
So this is all subjective. And I told him, hey, Alan, this is chicken fried steak boy with the macaroni vegetable.
Yeah, that's my vegetable.
So that's him. So we talked about you the other day. And so I thought I got one of my besties, and this is his favorite flavor profile. So this is all subjective. So we're going to move on. Let's move on to this one. I haven't. So I tried this one. So this one you've tried and you smoke regularly. I'm going to try this one. So let's smoke these together.
By the way, I usually, if you've ever seen me on here, I usually am drinking Shinerbach. I pair that with everything. But today, I am drinking that, but Chris has got me drinking some light beer. We're trying that. So if you see me doing that, don't give me any
That's a
grief
faux pas.
about it.
Everybody gives me grief about drinking light beer. Dude, I'm trying to watch my girlish figure. Okay, so here you go. So Casano was a Miami-based company. I don't know for how many years, and they were bought, I want to say, in, I don't remember, 03 to 06 period, I want to say. They were bought by Davidoff, who's a big wig in the cigar industry, who was a big Havana company that I think moved to the Dominican. And Casano was known for having sticks that were on the they were known for having sticks that were a little more expensive. And so these are their budget sticks. So off the wrap, not getting much off of just the wrap.
Pretty bitter. Pretty bitter.
I would agree with that assessment.
Yeah, very bitter.
But you know, it's especially coming from where we're coming from. But I'm getting some sweetness.
Not over here.
He said, not over here.
This is pretty bitter. I think my tongue is fouled from that other one.
Well, so funny you should say that. So people drink soda water with a lemon, different things to cleanse your palate.
Yeah.
Ginger, there's a lot of ways to do that. You know, when you're eating sushi, which he also doesn't eat sushi, but if you're eating sushi, there's wasabi on the plate, but there's also usually ginger. The ginger's not there, it tastes like
Right.
soap. That's because it's really there to totally offset your palate so that you can go on to the next piece. It's kind of like soda water. It's bubbly.
Yeah, that's right. It's not my favorite cigar, but it's also not my least favorite cigar. But it is what it is for.
I got probably a
it's
shitty light working.
Cheap little cigar, not bad. But again, everybody has different tastes, right? And I
Yeah.
do like a sweeter cigar, so it wouldn't be a go-to for me. I don't have to have every cigar be sweet. In fact, a lot of them I smoke are not sweet, but this one doesn't really have much taste any direction for me. It's just kind of middle of the road.
So you're gonna think I'm crazy.
You know,
He's gonna think I'm crazy. So this stick, although not robust, look this stick up, sir. It is an MC by Cusano, and this stick to me, I'm getting a little sweetness. I'm getting earth and I'm getting leather, and this is a very traditional flavored old school
right?
stick.
It is. I'm getting a lot of the earthy taste. Yeah,
I think this is.
taste bottom of a boot.
I think this is
An old
probably.
An old shoe.
I'm still getting. I'm not getting the shoe. I'm not really getting shoe.
A notebook, an old notebook, abandoned on the side of the road on the last day of school. It's got that in it.
Okay, maybe I'm getting new shoe. New shoe.
Yeah.
Hi, getting new shoe. That's a Chinese dish at the local restaurant.
I'm really being unfair. It's not a bad cigar. It's not bad. But, and I don't want to take any grief from this. I've been seeing some of the cigar snobs running down guys that like the sweeter cigar. That's just the way it is. I just prefer one that's a little sweeter.
Well, you know what?
It's hard for me to get. Go ahead.
That's the main stick that has brought more people nowadays. So the sweeter sticks have brought more people to cigar, to this culture, and has really helped to blow it up more than anything
Yeah.
else, in my humble opinion. And I've heard that from very reputable sources that say that their sales reflect that.
That's true, because until I smoked that acid Cuba Cuba or the Java, that Drew Estate Java that I like so much, I wasn't that big into it. But I'll smoke.
So-
It's not my favorite.
I'm still tasting that sweetness off that wrap. That's screwing things up a little bit.
This is a good cigar, though. I mean, I want to amend everything I was saying. It's not a notebook or an old shoe. It's just not sweet. But I would definitely be happy to smoke this as a low expense cigar. I'm out mowing or anything like that. Be happy to
So I'm an inch in and mine's changing. So I'm going from I'm going from what the hell to, I'm getting that traditional, somebody that's trying to, I don't want to say they're trying to copy a Cuban, but it's kind of what it's hitting me at.
Yeah.
What's it saying about it?
It says the field is spongy but filled just right, utilizing Dominican fillers grown in rich soil. That might be
Rich
the-
soil.
the
What about the
original
taste? Does it give us
I'm
a,
not reading anything on the taste yet. A creamy sensation.
So,
I'm getting that. You're not getting that, but
No,
I'm getting that certain,
getting
that certain sweetness.
I'm not getting
However, it's
that.
still not a super interesting stick.
No, it's not. But it's priced to not necessarily be.
Yeah,
right?
dude. It's a good Cuban sandwich.
Yeah.
Decent Cuban sandwich. Somebody, I can tell you what I will say about this. So that John Bull, I can
Yeah.
say that there's probably somebody out there that goes, I love him. However, I will say that I will go out on a limb and say that the average guy is going to find that uneventful and find it something that they could pass by and maybe even go as far as to say, I don't like it. And, I'm going to go as far as to say I don't like it.
I'm not going to say it, but there's a parallel I could make.
Go ahead.
No.
As
No,
long
no,
as
no,
you're
no,
not
no.
cussing, we're
No,
trying to keep
no,
this
can't do
clean.
it.
Family
Can't.
hour.
Then I can't say this. So.
So, long and short of it, this stick, on the other hand, is, it may not be for everybody, but I can see that this would be the stick that somebody would go to for a cheap smoke.
Right.
Especially a guy likes a traditional smoke,
Right.
Can't afford to smoke, their favorite, maybe a Drew Estate, Estelle, one of those Herrera Estelle sticks or
Yeah.
something. I could see that this is, I don't want to say it's a knockoff, but I could see that somebody's trying, that's going for that blend.
All I was going to say, and this is a better way to say it, for me, it's 1:50 a.m. at the club. Club's about to close, right? This is your last option. The
Oh,
cigar.
dude, you're saying this.
That's all I'm saying.
You're saying
it's
this-
not your first option.
You're saying this is
and
a
that's
bit.
not me. I'm
You're
married.
saying this is a bit of a scooter. You'll smoke it, but you don't want to tell your friends you're smoking it. It's fun to
That's
smoke
what I'm
in
saying.
the right situation.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, hey.
That's all I'm. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So, I don't hate it.
Okay, me neither.
All right, here we go. I'm going to set this one over here. Moving right along. Churchill size M1. Go ahead, man. I'm going to drink a little beer.
And this is
So I
this
haven't
is
had
new for me. I haven't tried this in
I'm on beer number 2. Not a huge, I'll drink in the right, in the right circles, but I got to drive. 1 or 2 beers is about all I can stand.
I'll be back.
Okay, we're gonna move on to another Casano stick. I didn't mean to get this many Casano sticks, but so you smoke what you can get. So there's a lot of us on here that definitely buy sticks on the internet. I buy a lot, too many. However, there's some sticks that you want to buy locally. You want to support your local businesses. Time of COVID, regular time, whatever, man, you got to support your local businesses if you want to keep those going.
That's right.
So there's some sticks that I want to find that I like. So just in case I get into a pinch, so these sticks are sticks that I can buy at our local, which is Tobacco Barn.
True. I really do like this bee cutter. I have to get one. I can't follow you around and borrow yours all the time.
Okay, so what happened there? Look at your
Yeah, I made a mess.
look at the cut.
Yeah. Well, look.
Okay, show the camera. So here's the deal. So we just bought these sticks. So is this a cut issue, or is this an issue with? You know, mine didn't tend to do it, but his doesn't look like he miscut it. But we had a little explosion on the end. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
Wrapper's kind of coming loose there.
So, could we have looked at it? Could we have looked at the cap? Remember, foot, cap, wrap, inside the binder. So the wrapper, could we have looked and you know, seen a spot, like you can see a spot on this one where the cap is kind of funky. So maybe you can look and see, and maybe you can cut it different. But dude, who knows? The fact is, we talked about this a second ago. You know, sometimes they cut bad. You know what? I smoke them anyways. I don't get wrapped around the axle, which here, go ahead and light.
All fixed now.
Which we're talking about pretense. So some of the guys, I don't like these sticks. Well, dude, if I pay 15 or 20 bucks for a stick, I want it to draw perfect. I want it to be wrapped perfect. I want the presentation to be all there. You know, I get it. But you know, if you're spending, these are hand rolled. These are hand rolled by a person in a room, in a factory, sitting in a bunch of benches. That's what they do for a living. There are going to be differences stick to stick. Even package to package, they take tobacco out and lay it out and go, okay, which 20 leaves are the closest in color? These are, so I'm going to wrap these grouped together. And then when they're done, they start matching them. Okay, this is one, these look alike, let's put these in a box. These look alike, let's put these in a box. But if you open both the boxes, even though they're the same cigar, there can be differences.
Yeah.
So I don't get wrapped around the axle on it. There's some guys on some of these deals that, oh, it's because, you know, and the name and it sticks, just not quality. If it tastes good to me and draws good, man, I ain't that disturbed about it.
Exactly.
Churchill size M1. Dominican filled stick supposed to resemble a Macanudo.
I remember that band.
He remembers that band. That band Macanudo. Man, they were big.
Remember them?
One of the biggest bands
Yeah.
of all times.
Yeah.
Somewhere there's a Latino brother saying, that cracker just ain't right. It was a big band.
It was.
Menudo.
Oh.
They call us
I knew it
Menudo,
was close.
Macanudo, Macanoodle, you know, whatever.
I like this one. It's not sweet, and again, they don't have to be sweet, but it's not a sweet cigar. To me, it's not. And it does have a little earthy taste, very traditional, but also pleasurable flavor. You know, it's not harsh for me. You may absolutely hate it. I don't know what you're going to say yet. That's the thing I want to say before you did. I don't want people to think, well, he just copies what he says. I'm not going to do that. I like it. I like the cigar.
Okay, so
I enjoy it.
With that said, I rarely smoke this stick in the afternoon. However, you'll never come to my house that I don't have a handful of these in my humidor.
There you go.
Of different sizes. They have different sizes. And I smoke an M1 probably 4 out of the 7 days for breakfast. I'll have a cup of coffee with it and smoke it in the morning.
Like I said, being a good cigar for that, and I can tell you that my dad would probably absolutely love this cigar.
It's a very traditional
Yeah.
cigar. The more you smoke it, what I get out of it, he may not. This goes back to palates. So I get a creaminess, and the thing that shocked me the first
Little
time I
bit.
smoked it
Yeah, a little bit of that,
is
yeah.
that it was a little creamy, it was earthy, but there's a little sweetness starts coming through. but you gotta, it's not just jumping out and it's a sweet stick. So he's a sweet stick smoker. So when he wants sweet, he wants somebody to dump a bowl of sugar in his lap. He wants it to be sweet. So I'm getting sweet off of this. But it's a sweetness, it's creamy sweetness, kind of nutty, earthy. I got something going on in my cushion here.
Yeah.
Kind of bound up on the Ohine.
This is a good stick. I enjoy this. On a scale of 1 to 10, for me, liking the cigar, it's a good 7
So a 7 in this group or a 7?
overall of all the ones I
nice.
smoke. Yeah. 7. 0.
No shit.
This could even be an 8. This could even be an 8, man. This is a good cigar.
So I buy some, cigars based on how cool the bands look. Those John Bulls,
It's a cool band.
dude, it's a cool band. It's got a British flag. It reminds me of Winston Churchill. I love
Yeah.
reading about Winston Churchill.
I wanted
What a
it to
guy.
be good.
I
For the
wanted it to
band.
be good.
I wanted it to be good. Just not.
So now, we don't have many members in this group. It's basically guys that are around here. So, I got a YouTube channel as well, so I don't know who's watching it. Not a bunch, but I don't care. But I'm going to tell you, there may be somebody on this group that is, lived internationally. So, something you may not know. They roll cigars for the demographic they're sending it to. So Americans like a more robust flavor profile, a more interesting flavor profile, where the English, they want a more traditional stick. So, is that a stick that they would like that's just kind of a basic, hey, I don't want to smoke a cigarette today, so I'm going to smoke that? Maybe it is.
Maybe.
So now we talked about fast smokers. Adam and Smoke at Tobacco Junction were fast smokers. So I wonder which one of us is the faster smoker. Who falls into that group? There's nothing wrong with it. Smoke them like you like them.
If you're gonna light it, shouldn't you smoke it? I'm gonna trademark that.
No one's ever said that before. If you're gonna light it, you might as well smoke it.
No, if you're gonna light it, shouldn't you smoke it?
I like it. If you're gonna light it, shouldn't you smoke it?
Shouldn't you smoke it?
Hey, but let's be honest. Is this not the coolest place on earth to smoke cigars? It is, man. It's the coolest place on earth.
Right on.
The great thing about East Texas, and some might say there's nothing great about East Texas, but there is, man. The folks in East Texas are just folks. Now, there's no question that the Bible Belt is, we're dead in the middle of the Bible Belt. The church has really got a stranglehold on a lot of the things we do. But the other fact is that people are not pretentious, and they work to not be pretentious. Not that, there's going to be folks in East Texas that, really want to make sure that, that they, when you go out in East Texas, there's a lot of folks that everywhere they go, they're going to try to dress nice. You go to Southern California or Austin, you may have some billionaire that's wearing flip-flops and a holy shirt. You're not going to get that here.
Right.
But still, people are pretty down to earth, and their tastes are pretty down to earth. So, are we missing some stuff here? Maybe we are. But nonetheless, it's a great place to smoke cigars, and it's a great group of people.
I agree.
At the end of the deal, everybody's pretty much going to accept you for whatever. I can honestly say, and we don't do politics on here because I don't do politics, but I can honestly say that although East Texas is pretty damn conservative, I don't care who you are. You come here from wherever you come from, people are going to try to accept you.
Yeah.
If you give them a chance, I don't care if you're doing something that they agree with or disagree with, you're going to be welcomed at their church. They're going to have you over to their house.
Yep.
And
That's right. As long as you like macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, dude, that's vegetable.
If you don't like that, we can't be friends.
Yeah, I really like this stick.
That's my rule.
Fucking, I'm gonna have to edit that. Beep. Mac and cheese. That's some funny stuff. I remember the first time that, as an adult, you were like, I got my vegetable. That's mac and cheese, dude. Okay, so do you have something to smoke that is a good smoke?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, so we're going to put
grab
this on
some of the
pause for
humidor.
a second. We're going to come back. Is there anything you want to go readdress and retouch?
No.
So, of what we've smoked so far, before we're going to smoke a good stick and see, hey, how much better is your favorite sticks that you're smoking compared to these? So, I don't know if you can see them. We can probably. So, we got an ashtray full of
Yeah.
cigars. But of those,
My favorite of those? The
is
no
that-
name.
dude,
The
Garrett.
We
Did
don't-
you see that?
This is my favorite right here.
No name in the acrylic
Yeah.
jar
It's
with
out
the
there.
little
This one.
the
Yeah.
clamp top acrylic
My favorite. Don't know what it is.
Panama Jack, Trader Joe, whatever.
High top. We don't know what
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
We don't know. Yeah, I'll go grab this.
Okay, we'll be back.
All
All
right,
right, we're back. So here's what we got. We've brought. Well, we're at his house, so he didn't bring anything. So he got his kind of one of his go-to sticks that he's going to compare all these to, and I got a super premium, the CAO America, baby. So they've got a World Series. They've got an Italy and a Brazil. So they got sticks that are basically from, that represent around the different countries. So this is a 4 or 5 country blend. I want to say it's got your typical Dominicans and Nicaraguans, but I want to say it's got an Italian tobacco in the filler.
Really?
It's also got American tobacco in the filler. It also, I want to say, has an American wrap, but it's a barber pole wrap. You can see that. It's got
Very cool.
the twin colors. So this is the America. It's supposed to be a super premium stick. It's a CAO, but I want to say that that Cigars International and CAO went together and kind of, Cigar International might have said, hey, I want to do these sticks. You want a light? Go
Sure.
ahead.
And I'm going with, for pure enjoyment, my Acid Cuba Cuba. And I'm excited to be smoking that, especially after, what was that, Bob White? What was it?
Bob Waller.
Bob Waller.
John
was
John
it?
Bull.
John Bull.
There you go.
The John Wick that we smoked.
So, right off the bat, natural tobacco flavor, not getting a bunch of craziness off the wrap.
Well, this is very sweet, of course. I already knew it was going to be.
You're a
That-
sweet cigar smoker.
Oh, yeah.
Though. What's your favorite one now?
That Java, that Drew Estate's Java.
Drew Estate's a good company.
I actually like it better than this, to be honest. This is now, to me, this is too sweet. A little bit. Compared to the Java.
Oh, how things change.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little too sweet. I'm sitting here going, it's sweet, but it's maybe too sweet. But I also just ate a chocolate chip cookie, so
For clarity.
there's that. So
For full disclosure,
I better put a little beer in here.
I cleaned my palate with a chocolate chip cookie.
I did. So I don't know that you should pair the sweet cigar with the sweet dessert.
Let's talk about that.
All right.
So, when you see guys on your pairing stuff, 99% of everybody you see will pair with some kind of beverage.
Right.
With a hard liquor, maybe a beer, or a lot of guys pair with coffee. But you know, more and more you see guys pairing with sodas. You see guys pairing with energy drinks. So the question becomes, who smokes cigars and eats? I do. So I'll start. So I don't eat a meal, eating my steak, and you know,
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. But oftentimes when I'm smoking, I'll have something to snack on it. And if I've got something that's kind of nutty, I'm almost always almost have a supply of almonds at the house. And I'm in possession of almonds and some other kind of nuts. So I might pull out 2 or 3 kinds of nuts and kind of taste them to see if I can figure out, you know, if I can't put my finger on it.
You know, it was this cigar right here that made me try that Java, that Drew City's Java, because I like this one because it's sweet. And I had that. That one is truly my favorite cigar that I've smoked so far. Of all cigars I've smoked so far. I haven't been smoking a long time, but I've smoked a lot of cigars, and I like the Java better. But this is still in one I would say my top 5. Right?
And so I've got a cigar that I haven't smoked yet. It's got gold wrap. I can't remember the brand. It was played forward by Alan on here. Gave it to me to try. So I think I gave you the first Cuba Cuba.
You did.
And
Yeah.
and I got one from another friend. I got one from Smoke, who said, yeah, that's my favorite. And so that's a big part of it, is turning people on to different things and getting everybody involved. It's so much. It's not like a cigarette where you're gonna smoke it out because you need that nicotine fix and
Right.
you go in. It is so social, and it's such a culture.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot different than whiskey culture or beer culture, where you're trying new beers and, you know.
My son-in-law, this is his favorite cigar so far.
Wesley James.
Yeah.
Wesley James.
You're watching. I recognize this is your favorite.
So I'm already getting some sweet. It's a very full-bodied stick. It's a good smoke. It's a good cigar. So now, reason we're smoking these cigars is to go, okay, so now we smoked a plate full of $2 sticks because it's $2 Tuesday. And you know, you got to have those cheaper sticks, especially you start smoking 2 or 3 a day, which some guys only smoke 1 a week. Some guys smoke 1 a day. You know, it's different. If I'm smoking 1 a week, I'm smoking some expensive stick every time. But if you're smoking multiples a day, you may want, or if you're smoking on the golf course, you may not want to burn through a $15 stick because the wind's going to be blowing, it could go out, you know. So that's these $2 sticks that you could go to.
Yeah.
So now how much better is that stick than these $2 sticks?
Well, this would be
It's totally different, obviously.
It is. Man, miles difference to me. You know, comparing it to the when we hate it. I don't know. Over the M1, not that much separation that I would say you should be paying $7 for. This is, I think, around a $6.50, $7 cigar. So $7 Sunday, $7 Saturday, whatever you want to do. But there's a noticeable difference for me. But think about that. If you were smoking 2 of these a day, now you're into a $14, $15 a day habit. You know, $15 a day habit. And hey, you know, everybody's budget's probably not going to allow for that. And that's if you only smoke 2 a day, right? But the difference, your question was the difference. I think it's.
Yeah, that's a $450 a month habit if you're doing that.
Right. I think it's
That's a car payment.
Yeah, I think that it's a significant jump in quality over most of what we smoked. But going back to this cigar that I don't know who made it.
It's not very pretty either, I might add.
You know what? It's not.
It's rustic.
But it's kind of cool looking. I mean, it's kind of cool.
So,
real
shall
veiny
we
and-
say that it's a bit informal?
Yeah, that's it. I still don't know who made that. We don't know, right?
We don't know.
We don't know. And we don't know the exact cost. Maybe it's not a $2 cigar.
Garrett says it was.
Okay, so if it is, I would tell you this: whatever this is, I would definitely make this a go-to, and it was probably as enjoyable to me as this Cuba Cuba is, as far as how much I enjoy it. So I would put this as a good pair.
So that's crazy.
Quality, yeah. I could pick up either one of these and feel like, okay, I'm going to enjoy myself, and I'm not going to be shortchanging myself in quality for trying to save a few bucks.
So I feel that way about this stick. So I feel that way about the M1. So this CAO is the first time for me. This is a new stick, great drawing stick, beautiful presentation, gorgeous stick. Flavor profile, very robust, more full flavor than the M1, no question. Sweet cocoa notes, creamy. Very interesting stick. However, once again, do I put it miles ahead of the M1? You know, I don't. I'd be totally happy if somebody handed me an M1. I wouldn't feel like they're, you know,
Yeah.
telling me, you know, here's your $2 stick. Because, you know, I got sticks that if I got people that I don't think smoke,
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to them because I know they're going to smoke like we did, an inch off of it and put it down. Oh, it was
Yeah.
good. Thanks for the cigar. I love
Yeah.
cigars. Dude, really? You smoked an inch of the stick and you put it down.
Yeah.
How much could you possibly love it?
Right.
So,
Well, I like the M1 that way too.
you know what I'm saying?
I
So
like
there's
it.
some. So what's the moral of the story then? Can you smoke on the cheap and enjoy
You
it?
can, absolutely. You
So
can, absolutely, as long as you're not smoking that. I keep on knocking
I
it down the
hate, I hate bashing things, but I feel the same way. So the moral of the story is if you got buddies that you want to get into cigars or into the cigar culture, you know, they don't have to be rich. You can get into the more inexpensive sticks, smoke 1 or 2 a day, $4 a week habit. You know, I think that most guys that are on this group probably have friends that maybe they've gone through some rough times, maybe they haven't, but pretty much everybody I know can afford $4 a week, and if not, I'll buy them 2 cigars a week, and they can smoke them a couple of cheap sticks a week because there's
There'll
some
be a
good
link
ones
down
now.
here to sign up for that program to get
So the
free
$2
cigars,
free cigars from
Chris.
East Texas Cigar
Just look,
Tribe.
if it's not there right now, it's not ever going to be there.
That's
See it?
right.
Not there?
Hey, well,
Yeah, it's not
I'm
coming.
going to tell you right now, we're going to do free cigars tomorrow. When you see this, just remember that when you see this video, that tomorrow is going to be free cigars.
Okay, tomorrow.
When you see this video. All right, guys, peace out. Have a great Sunday or Tuesday that it is.